guys, it's Lily and I'm back with another video. I'm going to be showing you my July weekly spreads. Let's get started. This is for the second week in July and I'm just trying out a new horizontal layout. I'm also trying out a new lettering style for the titles. It's a cursive with a long line at both ends. On the bottom I have two lily pads that I've drawn in to cover up the ghosting that came through from the last page. And so I'm just drawing those in so I can draw the boxes around them. The thing I like about this spread is that it leaves a lot of room in the middle there for decorative elements, whereas the vertical layout that I was using last week doesn't give you a lot of room for stuff like that. I just love this part of painting when you get to watch the first drop of watercolor swirl around. So now I'm just going in and adding in some watercolor to the spine area to add some decorative elements. This watercolor actually held up pretty well. I think because it's in the middle of the page, it helps it to crinkle less, and I didn't overwork any areas too much. I'm almost done now. I'm just adding the dates in a light Tombow in the corner of each box. So here we go into the third week of July, and I'm going back to the vertical layout because it works better for list making and weeks where you have a lot of stuff going on. And again, I have Monday and Tuesday sharing a column instead of the weekend sharing a column because that system just works better for me. This Tombow turned out looking a little bit neon, but it's much more of a pastel in person. And I'll have all of the materials I used in the description and the specific number for each color that I've used of the Tombows. Here I'm trying out another new title style where it's just kind of a all caps font in a highlighted area, and I like how this came out. I'm just adding the dates in the bottom right corner like I did on the other page. For vertical layouts, I feel like the bottom area is a perfect spot to put a quote, so I'm just lettering in "Live in the sunshine." And I'm trying to get a gradient effect with the two Marvy pens here, and it's not terrible, but it's not super great either. I feel like Tombows are a little bit better for something like that. So I'm just adding another watercolor lily pad down here, and this one I really overworked. You can see that it gets kind of just messy and muddled, and I think the key to using watercolor in a bullet journal is to do really light washes and not overwork things. So here we are at the last week in July. This spread I got really creative with, and instead of doing boxes of any kind, I decided to separate the days out by making them the shapes of lily pads. Now I'm just adding in some of that Finetec metallic watercolor as a highlight. So here I'm just lettering in the dates where I think it looks nice given the shape of the lily pad and where I think I might write information in later. I'm just doing a really light wash on some of the lily pads to give the page a little bit more depth and interest. And one last little quote here. It says, "Give hope a chance to float up." I thought the page needed a little bit more balance on the left side, so over here I'm just lettering in "by July." So that's it for my July weekly spreads. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.